One thing that I found gets quite overlooked when it comes to training jiu-jitsu in your 40s is the complete toll it takes both physically and mentally. I think there's a lot of talk about training wise in relation to how to kind of stay fit on the mats and how to roll for longer, building strength and stuff like that. But on the flip side of that, the recovery is of equal importance. Now, every time you roll, every time you have a scramble, every time you just train hard, your central nervous system just takes a whack. You're physically drained, you're mentally fatigued, your sleep takes a complete battering, especially if you're training 6-7 o'clock at night. It's just stress. Now, stress on the whole is good because we need stress, but we've got to make sure we adapt to stress. And the only way that we can adapt to stress is if we recover as well as we train. And I think that's often overlooked, isn't it? And it was for me before I got into my 40s, and especially before I trained jiu-jitsu. It was all about training. It was all about weight training. It was all about either putting on muscle. It was all about getting as big and strong as you could. And as you do, and you go through cycles, but it's only when you start to go into something like jiu-jitsu, or even if you're into, I don't know, it could be like climbing, it could be anything, that you'd actually then start to take into account the toll it's not only having on your body physically, but also mentally. And that's what I've really noticed. And I think in part, that was down to the reason why I then looked into the whole sleep, stress and recovery side of things when I did a little bit of, I did a certification a little while ago, because I was really intrigued to find out, you know, I'm training reasonably hard here, I'm pushing myself, but actually I'm all right when it comes to training. I kind of know what I'm doing, but what is it on the flip side of it that I can be doing better? And it does all boil down to just recovery. Recovery is the key. And then by recovering well, you're going to be able to manage that stress and adapt to the stress. And then you've got to build a level of resilience. And if you can really dial in your recovery, if you can really dial in your stress, i.e. reduce the amount of stress that your body and mind are facing or experiencing, and you're building a layer of resilience, then that's really going to support you, I think, moving forward. And it definitely has helped me since I started training jiu-jitsu at 41.